Do you think? Oh, wait, is that a face? I guess he's here. Well, now we'll move into Wombat's fortnightly news and stuff.
You all right over there?
No, I'm out of water.
Oh, did I miss Wombat coughing?
Yeah.
I'm dying.
I'll catch that on the replay.
That's okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. So we're knee deep in Fortnite's Halloween event, Fortnitemares.
We are.
It's been a decent Fortnitemares. Maybe not the best, not the worst. I like the haunted house. They added Ash from the Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell, in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's an NPC, and you can buy him as a playable character. I bought him. Yes, he does have a gun.
Good.
He does use a gun in the movie, so it makes sense here.
He does. Yeah.
This is one of those rare times where it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does he hold it in the same hand that he has a chainsaw in?
The chainsaw like comes and goes. So
Okay.
yeah. So it's a little weird there. And you can also get this sort of like techno werewolf mask that gives you werewolf claws and lets you see where people are hiding. So yeah, techno werewolf mask. It's on the map. It's like a new weapon. So
You're
that's
saying
Fortnite
words.
Mares.
I don't know what this. Yeah.
I know it's decent. They were supposed to add airplanes back this week, and they wound up adding really nothing. And people are a little
Should have called them
disappointed.
scare planes.
That maybe they were going to. We don't know. They put the runways down for the planes, but no airplanes. So
Put the
people
runways
are-
What a
down.
tease.
You're asking. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, where's the
where's
planes?
the planes? There's runways here.
Yeah, basically yes. They put where are the planes? But anyway, that's the Fortnite update. We're done with that now. We can move on.
Whew.
I
Made
know.
it, Chip.
Do the planes have guns?
Yes, they
They're just
do.
holding them.
Mhm. Anyway, yes. Are you gonna get a customizable Xbox Elite Series 2 controller?
Oh,
You could get it in Memphis colors.
I could get it in a bunch of different colors. I
know.
thought it was pretty cool that they are doing this. I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
I agree. I think it's cool. I mean, it's a little out of my price range, but yeah,
How much is this to customize one?
I believe it is $200, but that's without the
No,
trigger.
One slight 150.
Okay, but if you want like the triggers in the back and all the accessories that you can get in customizable colors, then it costs more.
Yeah, if you want all that, it looks like it's 209.
Yeah. See, so it's yeah.
Yeah, but if you're looking for just the
Controller itself.
controller itself, it looks like if you're going to go for the core model from 130 to 150, that's not not obscene.
You know what's funny is every time I customize it, I'm like, like I'll go onto the site and I'll play around with the colors and I'm like, yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, why they've had these customizable controllers? I'm sure they've been thinking about this for a while to like get it to their premium product.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a lot of money, but yeah, I guess if you're going to use that controller a lot, I mean,
I use mine every
Might as
day.
well have a good one.
Yep.
How much does it cost in Funko soda cans?
The Funko sodas are usually around $10 to
In
$12.
Juggernaut. In Juggernauts,
So-
it's only 4 Juggernauts?
I know, but it's 10
5
regulars.
Juggernauts.
10 regulars. It's too many. I only have like 12. So it's like my whole collection. If I have 12, I may not even have that much. I may be overstating.
All right, what else we got?
Yeah, I may only have like 10. Comcast canceled G4 TV. I guess they own the network and it's gone. Goodbye, G4. We hardly knew you. Does that make you sad that they couldn't make it? Do you have an opinion on G4? Did you watch any of the relaunch shows? Did you even know they relaunched?
I knew they relaunched.
Mm-hmm.
A new, yeah. These, you can't really.
I feel for the people who
Yes.
that lost their jobs for it, but
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the whole thing was just like some nepotism gone wrong.
You think so? Do you know? Was there some? I don't
Yeah,
know.
like it was run by like the son of some rich asshole.
what you need is nepotism gone right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, come on. Some of these guys got to be competent,
Yeah.
but no. He had a really
see
nice
the
office,
office?
though.
Did you see their office? Right? No.
Well, the guy who ran it had a crazy office not in the studio, I think somewhere in a different office building.
Oh,
They
okay.
spent a lot of money creating like a really nice studio and really spared no expense on trying to get this to work. But it's hard. I mean, the whole reason that G4 TV was valuable was that it was on cable television. And that was the only thing that really we had back then. And you
when
can't
cable TV mattered.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge deal. So even if you were a lowly ranked, you were still like a small fish you were a big fish in a small pond, basically, even back then. But now you can't really just recreate that on Twitch, where it's like adding a channel on a cable network that has 100,000 channels.
And they were still on cable. They were on cable too.
Still?
Yeah.
It came back on cable? I didn't even know that.
Yes, that was the whole point.
I had no idea. See, that I did not know. I thought it was just a whole streaming play.
No, they were on cable.
Like
they
on
were on
Comcast,
YouTube,
I guess.
And they were on Twitch.
That makes sense.
They were on our televisions. They
Not
were
mine.
on Fios. We had it. I checked it out on TV. They were also on Pluto TV, Pluto.tv, if you use that service.
Yeah.
So they were on a lot of things.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Twitch.
But the problem was when it worked, it was a time where there just wasn't that much stuff to watch. And if you wanted gaming stuff, that was where you went, basically.
And they really didn't have that much programming either. When you think about it, like when you remember G4, like you remember the Attack of the Show and X-Play.
And the
there
Jeff
was a little
Keighley
bit
show.
of tech TV like mix in there, right, with the screensavers and
the Jeff
that
Keighley
type of
show.
stuff.
The Jeff Keighley show. I forgot what it was called.
Sure.
Keighley and the boys.
Yeah, Keighley and the boys. You had the Canadian show. Which one was that one with
I don't know, the Canadian show.
I don't remember.
Strange
They only had like 5 shows.
Yeah,
Right?
I liked Attack of the Show back in the day. We used to watch that. But then again, that was also at a time where, it's like, oh, they're going to show that movie trailer that, I'm going to be able to see that movie trailer on my TV, whatever hot new movie came out on Attack of the Show. Oh, I'll be able to see back when YouTube, like the quality just wasn't there and you couldn't stream things to your TV.
Sure.
I mean, this is like 2006. So having things like that on your television meant something in a way that it doesn't mean now. It's like, we're going to...
It was kind of like a podcast too. Like all their shows were kind of podcasty before podcasts took off. And that ate their market as well.
Yes. A lot of the things that made them relevant, whatever it was, however many years ago, 10 years ago, aren't really more than that, aren't really things anymore, which is kind of crazy. I mean, no, it's going to be hard to compete with Twitch. It's going to be hard to compete with YouTube. It's going to be hard to compete even with Twitter.
Stop using all these buzzwords.
Yeah. And it's sad. I think maybe it could have worked. I don't know. I'm not, but they would have need to have found that some angle that of coverage that isn't being covered anymore. And I don't know what that is.
Nobody knows. What else?
No. Are you familiar with this Bayonetta controversy?
Yes, I referenced it at the start of the show. Is that a rhetorical question?
It was a rhetorical question. That's okay. So tell me about it, stud.
The voice actress of Bayonetta went on Twitter and said that she wasn't offered enough money to do the part for Bayonetta 3, so she turned down the money. And then eventually she threw out a dollar amount that she said was offered. It was only $4,000 or something like that, or whatever the dollar amount that she threw out there was actually not accurate. And looks like she just threw out the lower amount to get more sympathy for her cause, which is never a good look. And I'll just give some advice to anybody. If you're trying to take a situation and warp it, the truth is probably going to come out. You should never act in a way where you think you're going to be able to fool people with some misinformation these days. Somebody knows the truth and they're going to put it out there. So when you make your decisions like that, just assume that the actual truth is going to come out and go in that direction. So now she called for a boycott of the game, and then then it came out. I guess Bloomberg got investigated. Jason Schreier, Shanafan's favorite. Shanafan wants to sign up for his Substack, I think. He really likes Jason.
He wants to sign up for his OnlyFans.
Yes, he wants a t-shirt. He wants merch. They investigated, and sure enough, she was offered more than what she said. She did tell the truth in saying that she thought it was offered too low, and she said no. The offer was too low, and she said no to it. But she lied about the amount, apparently.
Well, the original amount she was offered 10 grand, I guess, which I don't know. I don't know what the current rate is for how many lines she was going to give in Bayonetta.
I agree. The thing is, I agree with her point was that,
I do too.
Like this franchise is basically a $500 million franchise, and she's the voice of the franchise. And their offer of $10,000 to voice the main character of the next game is insulting. And that in itself, I think, is enough. Like, the truth was enough in this situation. You didn't need to try to, twist it.
I don't know. So she came with, apparently she got offered 10. She said, no, I don't think that's enough because this is a big successful franchise.
Yeah.
They came back with 15.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she declined that.
Okay.
And then they said, okay, how about a cameo for this $4 grand instead?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when she went to the internet. So I honestly have no idea how much work would have been involved. How many days was she working to get
it really depends, because I remember, I'm going back a very long time.
Sure, you would have a lot more knowledge in this area.
I remember working with James McCaffrey, the voice of Max Payne, when he was doing the Max Payne games. And that was a lot of work and a lot of time. It was very similar to even doing an audiobook. It was that complex. It was that time consuming. I don't remember how much he made, and if I did, I probably wouldn't say anyway. But I
didn't help this point at all.
I know I thought we were going. What was the point of that story?
I'm saying it's a lot of work over a very long period of time. It's not just 3 days and you're out in a game where you're the lead and there's a lot of dialogue.
It sounded like it was a certain number of sessions that they needed her for. Three sessions or
I'm sure there's a standard for whatever.
I also want to say that
number of sessions is
that he made more than 15 grand.
Right.
I would. Yeah, that's my guess as well.
Anyway,
who was this though?
James McCaffrey.
Okay.
Who's the voice of Max Payne?
Yep.
In all the Max Payne games. Nice guy, handsome man, very handsome man. He's done some on-camera stuff.
I think we all agree that the voice actors and actresses should, for super successful games like this, should get something. It seems
they should be paid a fair wage. I just don't know what that fair wage is, right. And this is not how you go about highlighting it.
Right, it's not going to help her. It's not going to help her at all. How's she going to get jobs in the future now? She's not.